my biggest piece of advice is with these brokers, you want to not waste their time, number one. Number two, you want to establish yourself as a closer and somebody who's serious and somebody who's not going to waste their time. Number three, you want to always give them feedback and give them clear, concise direction on what you're looking for so that they can send you kind of what you're looking for and what you might actually buy versus send me everything that you got. It'd be better if you come with a clear criteria of what you're looking to buy, establish that you're a closer, come with some confidence. And you can do that by, if you're a part of our programs, you attend our boot camp, you're a part of the community, you're an investor with us. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Real Entrepreneur Podcast. My name is Alex Coffman. Thank y'all for joining today. Purpose of this podcast is to provide you guys some insights. We're constantly learning, constantly implementing new things into our business. My hope is that you can avoid mistakes that we've made in the past and also repeat the successes that we found within our business. So today, I have some things that I want to share with you guys, and we have some questions that we're going to answer, but thanks for being here.
All right, so you just finished the boot camp last week. Can you provide some feedback on how you think it went and when to expect the next one, if this is going to be a repeating event?
Yeah, boot camp was great. The One Deal Away boot camp we just finished a couple weeks ago, last week, 7 days ago. If you're listening to this on June 15th or June 14th, but it went really well. It's a ton of information. So when I constructed this boot camp and like what was going to be covered each day, it really requires participation from the participant in order to get the full results. Day one, it's a fire hose full of information covering what to look for in deals, how you can structure deals, what you need in your deals, the deal requirements, the non-negotiables in deals, what to look for in a market, the market data that you need. And so day one's a ton of information. And after day one, bootcamp participants are expected to go out and learn the market that they're looking to invest in. They need to know cap rates, rent rates. They need to know price per door. They need to know what OPEX percentages are, who the brokers are in the area, who the property management companies are, what they charge. So there's a lot of information that you need to know that's critical to learn so that you can then start putting deals together. If you don't learn that information, then it's going to be impossible for you to put deals together because you're basically just walking into the market blind. So day one, we do that. Day two, we dive into analysis and underwriting deals. I teach it in a way that's, very simplified. Real estate investing is not complicated, and you don't need to have a 50-page spreadsheet, to underwrite a deal. You don't need a deal analyzer. You don't need a calculator. In that sense, all you need is simply a calculator on your phone, do a little addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and you can underwrite any deal even without knowing anything about the deal because you studied your market. Day number 3 is live negotiations and sending offers. And then day number 4 is VIP only, with looking at more deals, answering questions, going over, raising capital and things. But it's designed to get you to take action within a 3 to 4 day period and to have results within 3 to 4 days. I think a lot of people, they stretch out the process and it's unnecessary. And so through those 3 to 4 days, I really help people hold their hand, walk them all the way through finding, analyzing, underwriting, negotiating, and sending an offer on a deal that could change their life. And so it's been good. I'm getting better at it, learning how to teach things more effectively, but it's been great, and we are going to continue to do it. And if you haven't attended one, you need to attend one. The next one we're doing is July 9th through the 12th or 11th, and it is, it's basically free. I mean, I'm giving you, millions and millions of dollars worth of value and my personal help walking you through this for a couple $100.
And you had mentioned that someone from the very first training actually succeeded at funding a deal through that. Can you shed light on, how that went about and any information you know?
Yeah. So not only is it that help that I just mentioned, but you're also in a group of people who are looking to do the same exact thing you are. So you're in a group of investors, you're in a group of people who have money, you're in a group of people who are finding deals. And so the networking piece of that is extremely important. I always encourage the attendees to network with each other, exchange contact information. They need to connect with each other And from the first boot camp, 2 guys connected. One guy was a passive investor, and he invested in the other guy's deal, and they got it closed and funded.
All right, so kind of switching gears, I have some questions regarding your favorite deal so far and then your least favorite deal so far. So if you had to choose just one deal that would be your favorite of all the deals that you've done, what would it be?
My favorite deal that we've done so far is the TR3 RV Resort, TR3 Capital Fund 2. And the reason is because it's the biggest deal we've done. It has the most scale, provides the most cash flow to investors, to us, has the biggest returns. And just with that scale, there's just so much you can do. So that's my favorite deal. And you said the least favorite deal? I don't have a least favorite necessarily, but I've got like a bunch of least favorites all, lumped together into one. And it's the deals that don't have scale. So all the deals that don't have scale, the duplexes, the single family houses, the triplexes, the quadplexes, all those deals are lumped together in my least favorite simply because they don't have scale. Even together, they don't have scale. It was always a thought that you buy a lot of these small ones into a large portfolio and then you have the scale, but that's not the case. And all you have at that point is a big headache. So all the deals that don't have scale are my least favorite because of that. I can't raise the rents and increase the value. If one tenant moves out, it's 100% vacant. I can't get the best debt on it. I can't afford to pay for all the expenses that are required to operate the property. I can't afford to pay all the expenses that are afforded to manage the asset. So all of those reasons, those deals are my least favorite.
Remind us how you found that property.
Yeah, we found that deal via a broker. Community member actually connected us to the broker. Broker had the listing, off-market listing, and we negotiated it through the broker and paid the community member a fee for making the introduction.
And so can you expand on that in terms of like why it's important? Because a lot of people, especially in the real estate industry, see each other as competitors. Like they don't want to connect with each other. They feel like they have to compete all the time. But in reality, most of the deals that you guys do are because of other agents and other brokers. So can you expand on that?
Well, I mean, that's their job. It's the broker's job to find a seller and bring it to a buyer. So they don't view it as competition to us because we are their solution to their business. They have one half of the solution, which is finding a seller, and then we're the other half of their solution, which is someone buying the deal. And if those two things don't come together, then they don't get paid. So the brokers, the agents, all these people, they're not investors, unfortunately, for them. And if they were investors, maybe there would be that competition aspect, but they're just brokers. They're just agents. They're just facilitating transactions. And without us and without the seller, they don't get paid. So they want us to see every single deal that they got.
So that's like another aspect that people like ultimately want to be that get into real estate. They get into real estate as an agent or broker to then become an investor. And so how do you like help get them to be an investor?
I don't think they do though. I don't think that these guys got into real estate to invest in real estate. Maybe it's always been in the back of their mind, but I think they got into real estate as a broker to be a broker. And we're brokers, but they already have the listings, and you're never going to we would never go around these brokers. Number one, we would never sever that relationship and go around them and try and do a deal with the seller without them. It really makes no difference to us if they're involved or not, unless they're just very difficult to deal with and they make the deal difficult. But even then, we work through it with the broker, but we'll never go around them. So we're really not competition. A lot of times they have listing agreements signed, so the seller can't even go around them if they wanted to. So they don't view us as competition. They, like I just said, they view us as the solution, and they're not investing as well. And they also, they want to facilitate transactions and they want to represent clients.
So kind of keeping on track with the types of properties that you guys are going after, are a lot of them going to be listed on market or off market? And so are you primarily dealing with brokers versus sellers, when you were dealing with residential?
Yeah, it's different. The commercial world's different than residential. When you say on market with residential, they mean listed on the MLS. On market with commercial could be listed nowhere on any softwares. They're not listing on the MLS, but it could not be on Craigslist, CoStar, etc. But it could also just mean that they're sending it out to their group of buyers. Like, hey, we're marketing this out to our buyer list, and that's on market. Other people are seeing it. Off market, it would either A, be going directly to the seller and a deal being facilitated that way, or maybe the broker has it, but they haven't shopped it out yet, and they're just bringing it to you for the first opportunity to do the deal. But yes, majority of these deals are going to be from brokers and not so much direct to seller.
So for someone that is looking at commercial properties and they're dealing with primarily brokers, what's your advice for how should they go about that?
My biggest piece of advice is with these brokers is you want to not waste their time, number one. Number two, you want to establish yourself as a closer and somebody who's serious and somebody who's not going to waste their time. Number three, you want to always give them feedback and give them clear, concise direction on what you're looking for so that they can send you kind of what you're looking for and what you might actually buy versus send me everything that you got. It'd be better if you come with a clear criteria of what you're looking to buy, establish that you're a closer, come with some confidence. And you can do that by, if you're a part of our programs, you attend our boot camp, you're a part of the community, you're an investor with us, you can utilize us as your experience. But, if you're not an investor with us or you're not a part of our community or anything, and you tell these brokers that you're with us and they reach out to us, we're going to have no clue who you are. But if you're a part of what we got going on here and you use us as your experience and as, your partner, then when they reach out and they ask, hey, David said he's with you guys, we can say, yeah, we're with David and we're backing him up. So you need clear, concise direction on what you want them to send you. You need to establish the fact that you're a closer and you can get deals done and you have experience, and you can do that with us. And number three is, always build and nurture that relationship. It's not going to be the first deal they send you that's going to be the deal. You've got to continue to build that relationship over time, provide them feedback on the deals they're sending, go through the process. That way they can become more comfortable with you and also keep you, top of mind when they find stuff.
So with that, you said your favorite deal was Fund 2 of Tier 3. Can you give us an update on how that park is doing?
Yeah, Fund 2, Tier 3 RV Resort. We're as of recording today, we're 36 days into ownership, and it's going well. First month, we accomplished a ton of different things. We raised the rents 20% on existing residents. We raised the rents 30% on all new residents, and people are paying it. We did a bunch of stuff around the park that needed to be done. We got a shower facility delivered. We installed a professional basketball hoop. We ordered all new pool and patio furniture for the pool and patio areas. We trimmed all the palm trees, 200 palm trees at the park. We had to cut down dead trees, 7 of them, and get rid of all those. That was a huge deal. We built a French drain around the pool. That way, when it rains, the dirt and debris and mud and stuff don't go into the pool. We hired a new pool cleaner. We got the new lawn equipment, got our maintenance staff on a new lawn schedule to make sure the lawn looks pristine at all times. We redid the website. We started new marketing. So we did a ton of stuff in these we poured new concrete for laundry. We added more parking. And during those, 5-6 weeks of owning it, there was huge storms in the Dallas area, for 3 full weeks. Tornadoes, 60-mile-an-hour winds, tons of rain. So there's a bunch of stuff that happened that prohibited, this stuff moving faster, but we pushed through it, got a lot of it done, most of it done, and we're able to save a lot of money in the process. So got all that done. The park is bringing in more money today than it was 30 days ago. And we're on track to continue to execute our business plan and add more slots, raise the rents, and turn this thing into the cash cow that it is.
So would you say that it's met or exceeded your expectations when y'all originally acquired it?
Yeah, I'd say we're on track. We're on track with. We haven't exceeded where we wanted to be. We planned on getting all those things done, but we're not behind either. So I would say that we're on track to. We had very high expectations for ourselves in terms of completing all this work and getting it, printing more money. And so we held ourselves and still hold ourselves to those high standards and expectations. And we're on track with those, which is good.
And what were the biggest lessons learned from this latest acquisition? Because it was your first one of that asset type for one, right?
Yeah, just learning the intricacies of an RV park and the manager and the resident and the community and the communication between everybody and communication between the community. It's different than, like our fourplex or our apartment complex. There's not this I don't know. There's not this community feel that there is at the RV park really. And so they all talk to each other. They all know each other. They all gossip about each other. And so getting used to that and learning the intricacies of that was different than I expected. Nothing big, learning new stuff every day, but that was the biggest thing that I think I didn't understand going in.
Is there anything you would have done differently in hindsight?
No, not really. I think we did a good job. We're only 30 days in though, so ask me later. But as of right now, no, I don't believe so. I think it all worked out and has worked out very well.
And has this experience or acquisition of the RV park influenced you to want to continue to purchase that type of asset?
Kinda, in a sense, but yeah, in a sense, but at the same time, no. I mean, we've been sent a lot of new RV parks and stuff, and so we're seeing a lot more of the opportunities. We like them. We like, nice ones, resort style, nice ones, not trashy places in good locations. But there's a lot of money to be made in them. But just because we like them doesn't mean that everybody else is going to like them. So not so much. I mean, it's opened our eyes up to this asset class a little bit more. But I think I wouldn't say that we're all in on them or anything. I think it's still going to be the same thing. It's, 1 out of 100 are going to be, and maybe could work out.
So then is the focus still like the 100+ unit type of apartment?
Yeah. 100+ unit apartment complexes, Class B, good locations, good assets, ability to raise rents, retail up to like 50,000 square feet, industrial we still like, and we'll still look at RV parks and mobile home parks, but I think that it's got to be much. I think they just have to be, killer home run deals, just like all the others do as well, but still the same buy box.
And kind of backtracking, you said that you guys are on track with executing your business plan. So whenever you are acquiring a large asset such as that, like what is the steps in even creating that business plan? Like how do you even know what that looks like if it is your first time?
Yeah, well, just like anything, you look where it's currently at and what it's currently doing. You look at what it can do and where you want it to go. And then you kind of work backwards of step by step of what it's going to take to get it there. Time frame, operationally, investments needed, city needed, staff needed. You start working backwards and you start plugging in the pieces to put you in place to get you there. And so, that's how we created the business plan, the pro forma. We knew we wanted to raise the rents. We knew we wanted to add the additional slots. We knew we wanted to update the park and bring more things to the park. And so I know where it's at. I know where I want it to go. And now I just need to fill in the gap to get us there. And that's what the business plan is comprised of.
Are there any upcoming investments or projects that you're excited about that you would want to share with people?
Well, we've launched Fund 3, Tier 3 Capital Fund 3. You can learn more about what we have going on there by going to tier3capital.com/fund3. And there, we're looking at a few deals. We've already started raising capital for that fund. We have an asset identified. We've got other assets identified. And the next asset that Fund 3 takes down is going to be a killer one. So I would suggest if you have any interest in partnering with us in this way, go to tier3capital.com/fund3 and register there so that we can start building a relationship, get to know each other, and learn exactly what your goals are and get you in if it's a good fit. All right, that's the end of the Real Entrepreneur Podcast today. Thank y'all for joining. Again, reach out if you need anything. Reach out if you need any help. Reach out if you want to partner. The boot camp we have, the next one's on July 9th. It's 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday is only for VIP ticket holders. You can learn about the boot camp by going to treuniversity.com/1deal and grab your ticket there. Again, like I said, if you're getting started, you don't know where to go, you don't know the next steps, but you know that commercial real estate investing is where you want to go, this boot camp is a no-brainer. It's basically free, and I will hold your hand for 3 to 4 days and give you all the knowledge and everything you need to go out in your marketplace and start doing deals. Till then, we'll see you next week.